Hello, it's Mother Willow Moon, and I'm back with another Tarot Tuesday here on Kindred Souls Coven. This week I have drawn a great card, but before we get to the card, I want to address the elephant in the room. Yes, I am wearing this lovely vest. You too could have it if you have major back surgery, so you could be as stylish as me, and we could be in a group together. We can look down our noses at other people. Secondly, it is freezing cold in here, so my nose is actually red. I didn't have to use any bronzer. Just thought that I should get those two things out of the way, but to let you know that I am okay, I am fine, and I am healing, and thank you to everyone who has sent me well wishes, their energy, and all the other prayers that you have sent up so that I could be healed, because I am healing fine. It's just a very slow process. So for the next 6 months, we get to see me in this lovely vest. But now I'm feeling better, and I'm ready to get back to the things we love to do here at Kindred Souls Coven, and one of them is our Tarot Tuesday. This week, the goddess that I chose, after shuffling my deck and thinking to myself, I need to pull a card for our group. I need to pull a card for our group. And when I felt like it was time to stop, then I pulled the card from the top. Now, I light a candle so that I can keep my focus on what I'm doing. You don't have to do that, but I do. And like I say, Wicca is a personal and a self-realization religion. So you have to do what is right and best for you. This is just how I pull our weekly card. Now, once I've pulled that card, then I start to think about it and mull it over, understanding that I'm thinking about a group, not just an individual. So this card that I drew this week is Isolt. Some people call it Isolt, but if you've ever heard the story of Tristan and Isolt, that is who it is. It's the princess. It was the queen who was in love with her husband, Mark, and she also the king, and she was also in love with a knight named Tristan. And she was always constantly battling, not giving in to temptation with Tristan, because she loved her husband also. It is possible to love more than one person. But the meaning of this card, it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love. Even though her message is undying love, it could be something as simple as a parent and a child, two siblings, cousins, your aunts or uncles, or a good friend, someone who's super close to you, and you know that you're going to be best friends forever. This card is talking about all different kinds of love. That kind of love that is eternal, and the kind of love that we want to send out into the world. That is who we are. People think of us as double, toil and trouble, but that is not necessarily the case. Sometimes the case is that we focus on love, and in Aleister Crowley's book, the Book of Law, he says that love is the law. Love above all. So, love is important in our belief system. Whether you're pagan, or you're a witch, or you're a Wiccan who's a witch, or a Wiccan who's not a witch. I mean, there are just so many different ways to looking at this, it's ridiculous. I was like, how many kind of witches are there? But as a witch, one of our tenets is that we send out love, and perfect trust. We give that to our coven, and we live it every day. That's the kind of love that Isolt is talking about. This week she's saying, even though circumstances may not seem like they're great, underneath it all there is that undying love. It could be something as simple as an argument with somebody, or worry about their health, or wanting to get that loving feeling back into your relationship. Bring back that loving feeling. It doesn't matter. She says that the circumstances may seem not so wonderful, but on the inside, that love is forever. It's eternal. And you can reach out and know that it will heal. It may take time. She can also be talking to someone who has lost a spouse or lost a family member, a child. She lets you know that with time, you will heal. You will eventually get to that place that makes you feel at least at peace. You're never going to be the same after losing somebody like that, but at least you can find a place where you're at peace. But that takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. And one of the things that she likes to say is for you to get out around people, or if you don't want to be around people, at least get out in nature. Get out and take a walk, unless you're like me in a wheelchair. In my case, it would get out and take a wheelchair. A wheelie ride. And you can go to nature, sit for a moment. One of the messages in the book, remember we always turn to our book to get more of the meaning. So one of the messages in our book is to sit and listen and concentrate on the sounds that nature makes. The flowers, the trees, they do have a lot to say if you are silent enough to hear them. And she believes in using that healing energy from the earth to help you to heal and feel better about the things that are happening in your life. No matter whether it's as simple as an argument or worrying about their health or something as devastating as losing a loved one. The point is that this love never dies. There's a new song out called Memories. I love that song, and it talks about how someone can pass away, and though you'll never get them back, they'll live forever in your memories. And that's where they'll live, in your memories. That's how you keep them alive, is by reminding yourself. And if you're having a dispute, remind yourself of the beautiful times you had together. If that person wasn't there anymore, you would have great memories. So you want to try to focus back on that love, that powerful need to be near that person, whether it's your cousin, your best friend, the person that you rely on, that's just around all the time. The thing is that love comes in many forms, and we come back to this earth to love the people we love in many different ways. So keep in mind that no matter what's happening, no matter what's going on around you, love will prevail. This is not only said by Isolt, it's also said by Aleister Crowley, and he has never been one to be mushy. So if he says it, you know that must mean something. So until I see you next week on Tarot Tuesday, blessed be.